Hi, welcome back to Movie Review Mom. And if this is your very first time, I'm so glad you're here. You can also find me on our Facebook group called Movie Review Mom and on Instagram as Movie Review Mom or as my name, Trina Boice. So, my job is to give you the heads up on filmmaking quality and content so that you can make the best decision for yourself as to whether or not you want to spend time and money watching a specific movie. So, the specific movie I'm reviewing today is called Love Type D. This movie is opening in theaters and on demand streaming everywhere on July 9th, 2021. The movie is rated PG-13. It's an hour and 35 minutes. And I'll give you my movie review mom grade towards the end of my review. I always have so much to say, but I'm trying to make my movie reviews shorter so that you can get back to watching movies. All right, so in a nutshell, thank you first to Vertical Entertainment for giving me this press screener of this very cute British romantic comedy that takes a look at relationships. It asks, how can someone love you yesterday and not today? Which I think is an interesting question. So the story is about a girl, and shortly after her boyfriend sends his 12-year-old brother to break the news that she's been dumped, Frankie Brown discovers that she has a loser in love gene. This gene guarantees that every man that she ever goes out with will inevitably break up with her. So, facing a lifetime of romantic failure, Frankie, the protagonist, decides to turn to this genetics expert that she knows, her former nemesis, this 12-year-old boy named Wilbur, who is a science prodigy. Wilbur discovers a maverick theory to reverse her romantic fortunes that sets into motion an unexpected and comic journey into Frankie's past of questionable romantic choices. In other words, she's got to go back and meet up with all of her old former boyfriends. So Love Type D stars Maeve Dermody, Rory Stroud, Oliver Farnworth, and Tova Feldcha. It was written and directed by first-time filmmaker Sasha Collington. So some of the things that I really liked include this cast that was very new to me. I had never seen Maeve Dermody in anything before and could actually see a little bit of Emily Bluntness in her. And of course, I love Emily Blunt. I thought that she did a really great job in her role, even though she's kind of depressed and mopey for most of the movie. So I'd really like to see what else she could do in other films. I didn't recognize any of the other British actors in the cast. And in fact, the only person that I knew in the entire movie was the American actress, Tova Feldcha. Rory Stroud, who is the young actor who plays Wilbur, is a true standout. And I know we're going to see more of him. At least I hope so. He was adorable and awesome. I thought it was also really sweet that they showed lots of romantic couples at the very beginning as an introduction. And they featured a Down syndrome couple. And so I thought that that was really cute during this montage because there are so many different types of couples. There are some really funny moments in this movie, as well as very subtle ones. So the British sense of humor is somewhat different from the American humor, but I found plenty of things to laugh at. And I could actually see this movie being redone with American celebrities, well-known celebrities with bigger names, and having it be a real big hit. Here's a fun fact. They say that it only takes 3.8 seconds for people to fall in love. So comment down below. I want to know, have you ever fallen in love that fast? First time I saw my husband, I thought he was super cute. I don't know that I was in love because I didn't know anything about him, but I did think he was pretty cute. Anyway, there's this light and bouncy soundtrack generally throughout the movie. And there's a really clever premise that there could be a genetic code for personality and love types that could be tested for. So I thought that that whole idea was just unique and entertaining. You get to see some nice views of London, and it's just fun to see a British film every now and again. So there were some things I didn't like. First of all, at the 45-minute mark, the movie takes a very different twist. The tone and the feel of the movie changes quite a bit. Now, I'm not saying that I didn't like the new tone, just that it was very different and unexpected and didn't quite match where I thought the movie was going. The ending of the movie was really cute, but I would have also liked a little teaser for another romantic relationship to conquer of someone involved in the movie. I don't want to give you any spoilers. And then ultimately, it really doesn't make any logical sense that a person with the dumped gene could inherit the gene, because that gene suggests that the ancestors were never able to find love and have children. So there's a major flaw in that plot, but still, you suspend your disbelief and it's just good fun. So here are some tips for parents. First of all, kids generally are going to be bored because it's about romance. It's a bunch of adults talking mostly. There are some British words like wanker, and British flavor of profanity, but really there's not much profanity. So I really appreciated that. There are some lesbians who are portrayed, and there's talk of premarital relations, outside of marriage kind of thing. Some themes that are addressed in the movie are genetics, obviously, destiny and fate, love and what people are willing to do for love, the crazy things people are willing to do, acceptance, dating, relationships, obviously, letting go of past relationships and of your past self if necessary, and self-respect. So I always write down funny lines and interesting lines that are worth talking about, mostly so that you can get a flavor for the movie. And I include them all on my written movie review at moviereviewmom.com. So you can check that out. But I'll share just a couple of them with you right now. So Frankie meets Wilbur and he's explaining to her how she's never going to be lucky in love. And she says, I can't believe this is happening. I thought this was my year. And this little boy says, well, there are still 6 months left of the year. So he's hopeful, and yet he's also bringing her this really terrible news that she's never going to have a good year with love, at least. And then there's a flashback when she was a young girl and she had a crush on this bad boy, like in middle school, and he wanted to just run away. And, she was like, I need more notice to run away, because she's very organized and plans things out and not spontaneous like this boy that she was so attracted to. And then later on in the movie, she says, isn't the route to happiness supposed to be about accepting yourself for who you truly are? So I love that the movie wasn't just about romantic relationships, but also relationship with yourself, having self-respect, dignity, self-care, all of those self words, and finding someone who loves you for who you are. All right, so you want to know the movie review mom grade I'm giving this rom-com? A B+. I thought it had a lot of good things going for it, and I think that you're going to get a kick out of it. So before we go, let me give you a couple of recommendations for other movies that are sort of similar that you might also really enjoy. The first one that came to my mind is a rom-com called Isn't It Romantic with Rebel Wilson. It's goofy and silly and fun and romantic, and it kind of slashes some of our preconceived notions about romance, dating, and even falling in love with ourselves. Another movie that I thought of was a fun movie with Reese Witherspoon called This Means War. And she's sort of juggling which guy she likes and which guys really like her, and trying to find true love basically in that. So those are a couple of movies that you might want to check out. All right, that's it for my movie review. I hope that you enjoy it if you watch it. Thank you so much for subscribing. That actually really helps my channel to grow. It allows more people to learn about my channel. And every time you click like, that helps me a ton. So tell your friends, come join us over here at Movie Review Mom, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye for now.